Italy is tackling some of this radical
Oh,
progressivism. Yeah.
before you go a little bit further,
Yes.
oh, we can go to Italy. Is it because it's like really right wing, hot country? Because it seems like they wants to punish that country for like doing so many right wing like decision.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like they're having family days and they're doing all this stuff. And now the latest thing, and this is most of it being, I think, driven by well, one the popular vote, but also Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who I think she turned Pride Month into Family Month, which was a good starter. But Italy is starting to remove lesbian mothers' names from children's birth certificates. You know, I'm happy to see the rejection, and I'm very much a firm believer that. And this is a shocking statement, I know, affirming biology, but two people of the same gender can't have a child. Um, so yeah, it's interesting to see the broad implications of this, but generally there is a pushback starting in Italy and in places across the world, whether it be gays against groomers or lots of these other movements. But let's read a bit here. The northern Italian city of Padua, home of Saint Anthony, my little Catholic edition there, has started removing the names of non-biological gay mothers from the children's birth certificates under new legislation passed by the traditional family first government of aforementioned prime minister. These birth certificates belong to 33 children of Italian women who underwent artificial insemination abroad and then registered their children under the city's center-left government, led by Sergio Giordani in 2017. Prosecutor's office in Padua confirmed to CNN as of Thursday 27 mothers have been removed from 27 birth certificates. So they effectively went out of the country, sought artificial insemination, progressive local municipal government made them official birth certificates, and then the Italian government is saying, I don't think so. Now, I certainly hope they're not intervening and removing children from their parents' care once the children are already in that situation. But this does seem a concrete repudiation and opposition to what we're seeing everywhere else in the world, which seems to be a celebration of this. Another thing that ties into this exactly is the Miss Italy pageant banning transgender competitors. The
Yep.
owner of Miss Italia pageant, Patrizia Mirigliani, has announced biological males are banned from competing in the women's beauty contest. My competition provides in its rules clarification that you must be a woman from birth. The move comes after a transgender model won the Miss Universe Netherlands, sparking backlash across the world. You know what? Thank God this should happen in sports. This should happen in these pageants, obviously, because the thing is there's a video recently of like a figure skater, former male figure skater, biological male, competing in skating, and they're very often dreadful. They aren't actually competing. They don't give the most eloquent answers. It's not as though they're transitioning and then they're actually much better, which I mean, we see that in sports. Often they transition and they dominate. But in a beauty pageant, these people, the photos we're circulating, are objectively not as beautiful and aren't competing on the same level, but they're simply being given awards. There's no way that all these women of the year that have gone to former males or biological males are actually the best women on the planet. But what happens is in this spirit and age of ultimately they claim it's feminism, but what it is deletion of femininity. They're just handing these out to anybody who suits this agenda. Alexa, you can speak to this better than I can. As a woman, what's it like to see just any male who's willing to transition being given every award that a woman could potentially get?
But I find that a little bit despicable because in the same time, like it's supposed to be the environment of women. It's always been pageant for beauty. I've always been like the whole world of women. And we see something as basic as that taking away from the woman. And we talk after that like sports, we talk about the bathroom, we talk about where is the safe space for women? Where are the feminism? Like, where are the feminists? They are supposed to protect the woman. I'm sorry, you are a biological male who dress as a woman. I'm if you want to be like that, I have no problem with it. Do whatever you want. It's your life, but don't come and take the space that women have fight for a long time to have their safe space and to have their own If it's not their own pageant, it would be their own sport. It would be their own like challenge. Please let them battle and be with other women, and to don't be scared to lose in front of biological men. And by the way, for the birth certificate, I will say that you I'm agree with that, because it should be the biological person who give you birth. Because when we go back and we want to have the genetic tree, we need to know where your genetic is coming from. And if it's someone who did adopt you or didn't give you your genetic, how you can have an accurate genetic background of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a factual record. Now, if down the line they put some sort of addendum or there's a way to qualify that, but this clearly seems to be that the country has a way they document these things, and this progressive council sought to undermine that. So it seems like they are righting a wrong. There's lots of sort of protests around the country and abroad, on the front of let kids be kids. I think you've hit the nail on the head with the let women be women. Perhaps a new movement that needs to be started by Alexa Lavoie.